Hello again. I was thinking that you're probably wondering, when am I actually going to start talking about personal money management? I know I mentioned my first YouTube that was going to be the focus of my YouTube channel, and I know I haven't really touched on it, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me start with this. Who has watched the original Karate Kid? Now, in the original Karate Kid, the basis of that was really establishing a foundation of karate. So that's why I'm focusing that initially in my first YouTube videos. So Karate Kid was from the mid-'80s, so I know I'm dating myself. So Cobra Kai is the more recent offshoot of the original Karate Kid. A little bit different story, a little different lessons, but to relate to something, if you watch Cobra Kai, somewhat related. Okay, so please bear with me. So 39 years ago is when I started my career as an accountant. I started working at a bank in San Francisco in the Treasury Department. And when I graduated, like I'm sure most of you, I really felt like I was going to conquer the world. Right? I was going to be a world beater when I got my first job. Then reality set in. I really was doing a job that, and no offense to monkeys, I really felt that probably could have trained a monkey to do the work that I was doing. But that's the reality of the working world, is you have to put your time in, you're going to do some work that maybe is pretty seem meaningless, but in the end it's what we all have to do, is to put our time in. So I worked about 2.5 years, and one of the things during this time, probably early on while I was working there, I was listening to a conversation that my coworkers were having, and they were talking about the stock market, investing in stocks, and I had never heard anyone talking about that until then. So I asked my supervisor, what are you guys talking about, right? And he just basically told me, we're talking about investing in stocks. Would you like to know a bit more? And absolutely yes, I told him. So my supervisor gave me a few tips on how the stock market works, how to invest, and to this day I greatly appreciate that bit of guidance that he provided to me. The very first stock that I bought was a company called Liz Claiborne, a retail fashion company. At that time in the mid-'80s, this was a fairly hot stock. I think it peaked out in the mid-'90s. The company got acquired, so it's no longer traded, but I will always remember that being the very first stock that I bought. So during that time, as I kind of look back, some of the lessons that I learned, probably the one lesson was all about saving, investing, and then specifically for retirement, 401k plan. It was very important looking back, those three concepts as far as your financial future is concerned. So I was 23 years old at that time, and along with that, I feel very fortunate that there were habits that I was able to establish and continue to develop over time. Those two habits and one additional concept is having the discipline, being consistent, and having time. Again, discipline, consistency, and time. Those three things will lead you into a situation where financially you can certainly benefit if you keep those three habits and apply those throughout your life. So investing is not rocket science. I know if you ever watch the financial news, it can seem pretty overwhelming and daunting. But in reality, for those of you who are in a 401k, you generally have some pretty basic funds to invest in, which are hopefully good funds, but basically you don't have to be an investment guru in order to benefit from investing, especially regarding your 401k. So again, it's not rocket science, and I firmly believe that anyone can do this if you apply those concepts. So again, thank you all for those who have shared, liked, and subscribed to my channel. Appreciate that greatly. And for those of you who haven't, if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. Okay, thanks again for your time, and I look forward to continuing this conversation.